are getting started. So if you have any team members, any, especially new team members, not even that, you wouldn't believe that it is some people that have been with us for years and they have not done a demonstration yet, or they still feel a little shaky when doing a demonstration because it's just, it is what it is, and it's an art to it, right? And so that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for Miss Shanette Beasley, to give us all the tips, the trades, and the secrets. So I am super excited to be here. Here comes everybody. All right, it is 8:00, and I am Lotigi. And today we have a treat for you all. And what we have Miss Shanette Beasley. Miss Shanette Beasley. What can I say about Miss Shanette Beasley? Well, I can say Miss Shanette Beasley, I'm gonna say she's an all-star. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna call it, you all, because by looking at that list, that's what I see. But not only that, this lady is so passionate. A few things about Miss Beasley. I got to know her. I saw this lady blazing a trail. I have not seen her stop. She has been totally consistent. But I'm gonna tell you this. This is what I believe. I believe this young lady have more customers online than just about anyone in this company. Yes, anyone, including myself. She has more customers than anyone here. So I just feel like she's qualified to show us a thing or two. I think she's qualified to show us a thing or two, right? And so this young lady, she has well over 2,000 customers, you all. She have well over 2,000 customers in the system, like that went in to order pads. And it's because her doing demonstrations. It's because her posture. It's because she know how to train on these pads. It's because she know what to say to people. She know how to react to what people say. She know this business, point blank, period, right? And so I just felt that it was only right for Miss Shanette Beasley to kick this off with a demo training. A lot of times, you all, some of us might think, hey, it's just a demo, it's just a wet and dry. You put things down and you do that. And then some of us are doing that and they trying to figure out like what is wrong. Well, Miss Shanette Beasley is here to tell you what's wrong, what you're doing wrong, what you can do better, what you're gonna do right. Because I'm gonna tell you, in order to get that many customers, she has studied this thing. She has studied customers. She know what to say. She know their body languages. She know when they about to, tap out, and she know how to bring them back in. So I'm letting you all know to get your pens and your paper out. Get your pens and your paper out, because you do not want to miss this. This is not something that you want to sit back and actually get you your pads out, y'all. Get your pad out. Get you your pad out. So when she is explaining this to you, because she's about to break this down. Do you hear me? She's about to break this down, and you all need to take this opportunity to really sit back and to look at this pad. She's going to probably show some things about this pad that you didn't even realize that you were doing wrong. Okay. So I just encourage you to get your pens out, get your paper out, and get your pads out, right? Get all of this out, because Mrs. Shanette Beasley is about to break it down. Who other to teach you how to do this demonstration than someone who have over 2,000 customers in the system? 2,000 customers in the system. I know it's some things that she can teach me, and I am here to learn. So I am going to put my phone on mute, and I'm going to sit here, and I am going to be a student of Miss Shanette Beasley. Mrs. Shanette Beasley, are you ready?
I am ready. Thank you so much. I just want to say I learned by watching you. I definitely listen to everything that you say, and I am the one to execute. So I am going to share my screen with you all. Like Leticia said, have your pens and your pads out, take notes. I have some slides that I want to share with you guys, and then I'm going to do the actual demonstration for you. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to share some tips with you, some things to keep in mind as to what you should be using, what you should be saying, the time you need to take to actually do the actual demo. So I'm going to pull up the screen and get my PowerPoint presentation for you guys. All right, so we have our RAIN demo training. On the agenda, I'm going to go over information in reference to your demo kit supplies. So what should be in the demo kit? I'm going to talk to you about how to introduce the campaign to whatever audience that you are speaking with. We're going to look at the wet dry demo, the absorbency cup demo, as well as the wow factor. So the first thing, we're going to start off with should be in your demo kit. Now, everyone knows that we've been using the Vault box. That's the little black and silver box. They are found on Amazon. They do come in multiple colors. So whichever color you choose is up to you, but you need to have an actual physical box to keep your demo kit supplies in. In that box should be a bottle of water. There should be moderate flow pads. There should be a traditional overnight pad. I'm going to be using the Always Maxi pad. And when I come back on the screen, I'll show you what the packaging looks like that I purchased and why I actually purchased that one. You're going to need red napkins. You're going to need a syringe or measuring cup. You're going to need at least 3. I said the Chinet crystal cups, because I know those are plastic, those are transparent, so you can see through them easily. I don't like to carry around glass, so if this cup falls and breaks, it's fine because it's plastic, but you need to have a transparent cup, a black cloth napkin or a towel, something to be able to lay down on the surface of whatever you're going to be doing your demo on, whether it be a table, the hood of a car, a desk, whatever it may be. You want to have a cloth napkin or a towel. And for the wow factors, you're going to want to have the 7-watt light bulb and iodine in your kit. And I'll show you what mine looks like. That's everything that should be in your demo kit. Now I want to talk to you about introducing the campaign. So whether you're doing an introduction of the campaign for one person, or you're in front of a group and you're doing a presentation, you want to take the time out to thank people for their time. You want to tell them who you are and why you got started in this business, or how you introduced to RAIN. You want to make it like 3 minutes or less. You don't have to run down your whole entire resume and I graduated from so-and-so academy, and we don't need all of that. We just need a brief introduction of who you are and either why you joined the Justice for My Jewel campaign, just so people know, have a point of reference of either how long you've been in the business or why you're so passionate about the business. After you introduce yourself, you want to introduce the Justice for My Jewel campaign. All of the information that you need to know about this campaign is available on jfmj.org. But I wanted to make sure that I called out what the mission statement is. Our mission is to raise awareness by informing both teens and women globally who suffer in silence with pain, heavy bleeding, unhealthy menstrual cycles, and the potential toxicity of tampon use. Our goal is to bring light to a taboo subject of female cycles that has silenced females from all cultures for many years. Our platform will educate females on the important roles of keeping a healthy cycle by encouraging getting active, healthy eating, healthy product choices, and community awareness events. The silent suffering stops with the voice of our campaign. So you need to know the mission statement and be able to explain the campaign in your own words, okay? It should be simple enough for people to understand, and they should be able to understand why you're passionate about the information that you're about to share with them. And thirdly, after you have shared the information, you want to transition into starting the demo. We do want you to make a disclaimer. And basically the disclaimer is that we're not here to make any medical claims or bash any other companies. So when you're referring to the traditional store brand pad, you are going to refer to it as, in this example, I'm saying Exhibit A, or sometimes I call, just the store brand pad, but you're making that disclaimer before you even start the presentation. We are just there to educate and inform them that there's something on the market now that could potentially save or enhance the life of someone they love, right? We're sharing with them the Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins, and that it's designed with the 8 layers to help keep women comfortable and dry. So those are the 3 touch points that you want to hit when introducing the campaign. And when I do my demo, I'll share with you what I say as an introduction to the campaign. The first part of the demo that I'm going to show you is going to be the wet dry demo. And I wanted to point out these 8 things as a point of reference for you to keep top of mind when I'm going over what I say during the demo. But the first thing you want to do is to talk about the size difference between the store brand pad and the Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin. So you're going to want to bring to the audience's attention, first of all, we talk about that the packaging is open, and that's one of the reasons it's important to choose the actual Always Maxi pads, because I saw a couple of videos where people have the thinner pads and they're actually sealed. So if you're trying to get that point across that the store brand pad is actually open and that it's so much thicker than ours, you're going to want to make sure that you have a store brand pad that actually looks that way so you can point those things out. After you point those differences out between the pads, you're going to open each pad, you're going to place it on the table. If you're in a place where you actually have a physical audience, because this demo can be done in person, it can be done via Zoom. It does not always have to be done in person. But if you are in person, make sure you allow the audience to feel the difference between Exhibit A and a Rain pad. That right there usually reels them in, because they can actually get to feel how soft the Rain pad is compared to the pad that's that they're buying from the store. So once you have them laid out, they felt them, you're going to put 50 milliliters of liquid into each of the pads. And you want to start off with the Rain pad first. Put the liquid in the Rain pad first to allow it that extra time to absorb. Then you put the water into the store brand pad. You want to allow at least 45 to 60 seconds for the water to absorb. And during that time frame, you can be talking about the benefits of the graphene, or you could be sharing a testimony with your audience. But in between the time of placing the water in the pads, before you pick up the red napkins, you need to give it time to actually absorb, okay? After 45 to 60 seconds, you're going to place a red napkin on top of each of the pads. You can allow your audience members to press down, or if you're in a virtual environment, you press down and show them that the Rain pad is completely dry and the store brand pad, of course, is soaking wet. And you want to have a closing statement. So what I usually say is, what would you rather be, wet or dry? That also allows for engagement with your audience. And then I'll go into close them. And closing could be just as simple as telling them, once they say whether they be wet or dry, tell them that, Rain is only $6 per pack and it comes in 5 different varieties. Which pads would you like to try? I recommend the 5-pack bundle so you can try each size and be prepared for your heavy and your light days. Okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing, and I'm going to share with you how I introduce the campaign, and then I'm going to adjust my camera so that you can see my desk, so I can show you the wet dry demo. So when I'm introducing myself to any audience, I start with, my name is Shanette Beasley. I've been a women's health advocate for the past 4 years. I'm a founding member of the Justice for My Jewel campaign, which is a campaign that's growing across the country, educating women and the men that love them about the health concerns that are associated with our leading brand sanitary napkins. Many women are unaware of the health concerns. What the real issue is the manufacturing process. They're actually taking wood fibers, recycled papers, trash that they're picking up from a landfill, and they're taking them through a 6 to 8 step bleaching process to make them look white. The byproduct of that is a toxin called dioxin. Dioxin is 10 times more lethal than cyanide, and we're wearing these things for 40 plus years, right? Now we're seeing an increase in many feminine health concerns, from ladies with monthly yeast infections to UTIs, fibroids in our community. Little did we know, it's potentially being caused by what we're buying on a monthly basis. So we educate and we offer a safe, natural alternative called Reign Premium Sanitary Napkins. So that's my intro. And I like to get the information out about what's causing the issue before I introduce the pads. Because you can't say that I specifically say the pad that I was using in the demo, the Exhibit A, was what was made that way, because we don't want any brand saying that we're talking specifically about their brand. So I haven't introduced any pads into the conversation when I first start talking about the issue with what's going on out in the, sold in the stores. So after I do my intro, I'm ready to transition into the actual demonstration. So let me. All right, so as you can see, I have my black cloth down. I have the pads. This is the Always Maxi pad. And I'm gonna show y'all the packaging. Always Maxi. If you get this one, you can see how thick it is. You can see I can easily get my finger in there. I don't have to be concerned about that it's going to be sealed, because these ones are never sealed. I've seen a couple of people who had a thinner one. They're very colorful. They look like something a teen girl would carry, but they don't have, the pocket wasn't this big that's in here. So if you get this brand, this pocket is very easily to see that it's open, okay? So that's the first thing that you would wanna, if you wanna talk about how this one is wrapped, I would always say that it's already open. This is not a sanitary product. Ladies know when we throw this in our purse or our book bag, we get eyelashes, pennies, and cookie crumbs in it. We got to beat it out before we can wear it. And that's something I always tell people, to get a little laugh. But then I open it up. And then depending on what kind you get, sometimes this little wrapper will say that it's an 8 or a 10-hour pad. This one actually says it has 100% leak-free comfort, which we know it ain't ever not leaks. But you're gonna place the store brand pad on one side, and then you'll talk about the Reign Premium Sanitary Napkin. And as you can see, it is thinner than the other option. It is sealed completely. This is a true sanitary product, okay? So then you'll open that up and you'll place it next to the store brand. Move that over a little bit. Okay, I can still see it. So after I've placed the pads, again, if you're in person, you allow them to feel the difference between the two pads, and you let them know that Reign, this is what soft cotton feels like. So they can feel the difference, and they know, you can let them know that this is more abrasive, or ask them how they would describe it. I always describe this as abrasive, because as ladies know, when it's wet, it rubs against your most precious area, you get rashes and irritation. So that's abrasive. So we got them two laid out. I like to use the syringe, but you can use a measuring cup. I've seen people with the little miniature measuring cups as well, but the syringe helps me keep control of where the water goes, and it's just easier for me. So I fill it up with 50 milliliters, and this is when I begin to tell the story. So I let them know that gynecologists, and remember, we're starting with the rain pad first. Gynecologists have told us that a woman will exude between 15 and 50 milliliters per day while she's having her period. So we're going to simulate that by putting 50 milliliters of water into our Rain Premium sanitary napkin. And I'm going to put the same amount of liquid into the store brand pad, 50 milliliters, okay? So I'm going to put the 50 milliliters in here. And I let them know our rain pads can hold up to 10 times its weight in liquid. And in each one of our rain pads is infused with Nobel Prize graphene strip. This graphene strip can kill up to 99.9% of bacteria. So ladies are stating they have a reduction in odors. It also helps reduce pain and inflammation. So ladies are stating they have a reduction in menstrual cramps. And it helps balance pH and hormone levels. So ladies have better moods and more energy when using our rain pads. So I use that time to explain the graphene strip, as well as it's giving the pad time to actually absorb the water that I just placed into it, okay? So, and as I'm talking about this strip, I'm also feeling the pad and feeling that it's already dry, right? So now I can take my red napkins, and I tell everybody, I try to throw in a little joke, but I do get my red napkins from the Dollar Tree. So I tell them these are not magic napkins. I picked them up from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to place them on top of each one of the pads. If I'm in front of an audience, I will allow someone to actually press down on each one of the pads so that they can have that experience. But you guys know, you press down on the pad. Which one would you rather be, wet or dry? The choice is simple. If you want to be dry, rain pads are $6 per pack. They come in 5 different varieties. Which one would you like to purchase today? I recommend the 5-pack bundle that allows you to try each of the sizes, and you're prepared for your heavy and your light days. That's my closing statement. Whether I'm in person, on the Zoom, whatever the case may be, I'm showing them wet, I'm showing them dry, and I'm going in for the kill. I'm not gonna sit around and wait for anything. You saw this, you saw the magic. Now, which ones do you want, right? So that's the wet, dry. And then the next thing would be to do the absorbency test. Now, I do want to point out that this can be the end of your demo. The next part, the absorbency test, is just taking it to another level. If you want to do, depending on who your audience is, how much time you have in front of your audience. If someone allows you to speak at their event, they give you 15 minutes, you're just doing a wet dry demo. If someone gives you a half an hour, you can expand into what I'm going to share with you next, which is going to be the absorbency test. But you gauge your audience. How much information do you need to share with whomever you are presenting to? That is what you have to consider. Okay, so the absorbency cup demo. I always start off by saying, now we're going to take a look at the different layers in the pads. And these are the things I want you guys to point out when you're talking about Exhibit A. Exhibit A is going to be the store brand pad. So you're going to talk about how the top layer is a synthetic material, like a plastic or a rayon. If you're in person, when you take this layer off, you can pass it around and allow people to feel the plastic or the rayon level. And to get interactive, I will ask them, is it wet or dry? So most of the people will say that it is wet. and they can still feel that on the top. And then I will ask them to tell me about the texture of that top layer. So they'll throw out some words. Mostly I do hear is plasticky and things like that. And I'll come back with, yes, it's abrasive. It is a synthetic plastic material. The second layer of the store brand pad is, especially in this Maxi brand, is going to be just a layer of blue dye. That's it. They actually consider that their leak guard protection system, but all it is blue dye, and we don't want blue dye in our bloodstream. The third layer is what they call their absorbency system. And I actually, when I pull this up, I'll take off little pieces of it to show them that this is not cotton. It's just wood pulp. It's actually just a paper material, and it does not absorb. And then the fourth layer of the store brand pad is going to be plastic. When I show them this, as I'll show you, like you can actually pull it and stretch it, and it's just plastic. You can do like the hefty, and they'll see that it's plastic. With the rain pad, I show them that the top layer is made from, or tell them it's made from a soft cotton blend, and that it has the 3D leak guard protection on the sides of the wings. The second layer is going to be the graphene strip, which has all those therapeutic benefits that I mentioned earlier. Or if you didn't mention them during your 45 to 60 seconds in the wet dry demo, you can use that time to talk about the benefits of the graphene strip. The third layer, there's actually a layer of air-laid paper that is that the absorbency system is wrapped in. You can easily take that off and show them and tell them that the air-laid is used to pull the moisture to the bottom of the pad. The fourth layer is actually the absorbency system, which is a plant grade polymer that can hold up to 10 times more than traditional pads. And then the fifth layer will be the breathable bottom layer, which is used to eliminate heat and undesirable moisture. So those are the notes that I wanted you guys to get for each layer of each one of those pads. Hopefully y'all were able to write those 4 things down that you want to hit upon for the store brand pad, which I'm calling Exhibit A, and those 5 different things I want you to mention about the rain pad. Now, I know rain has 8 different layers. If y'all want to break it down or they want to see the 8 different layers, then go to the website. I'm talking about these 5 things when I'm doing the demo, okay? So I'm gonna stop sharing and come back to my desk here. So the next step with the absorbency cup demos, you want to make sure you always have a cup, well, 2 cups, 1 cup with less water in it and another cup with more water in it for the absorbency cup demo. You're going to start off by talking about what's in the store brand pads, okay? Usually, you can tear these apart. I usually have an issue with that, but you can tear them apart. Can't find them. I would take a scissor and snip the top. Please have tools. You can use scissors. You can cut it. But I'm just gonna rip this up tonight since I can't find my scissors. Just pull it down the side. Rip that wing off. Yeah, that's called a wing. Rip that off, and that'll expose the layers of the pad. I'm gonna take it off. Get a corner. You can see you get a corner up, and then you hold down. I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna hold down the rest of the pad with my left hand. Use my right hand to rip off the top layer of the store brand pad. So this is the layer. When I start my demonstration, I'm gonna say, this is the synthetic material or the plastic that the top layer of the store brand pad is made with. I'm gonna pass it around and I'm gonna say, can you tell me if that's wet or dry? What does that feel like to you? And it is still wet. The second layer of the store brand pad, what they call their Leak Guard protection. This is nothing but blue dye. And what happens when you stand up, sit down all day long, ladies? This blue dye is going back into your bloodstream. That's all that is. The third layer of the store brand pad, this is what they call their absorbency system. Can y'all see that? That's nothing but wood pulp, wood fibers, that recycled trash. That's all that is. That's not cotton. I'm going to take that, I'm going to roll it up. Now I'm going to take their absorbency system and I'm going to place it in a cup with the least amount of water, okay? Take it in, I'm going to push it down. And I always ask people, what do y'all think that's going to do? And I said, well, it's an absorbency system, so hopefully it's going to absorb. We're going to set it here and we're going to see. Then the last layer of the store brand pad, you see that? That's nothing but plastic. You hear that? This is actually the equivalent of 4 plastic trash bags that they use to make this pad. Now, what do you have when you got plastic, you got blood, sweat, urine sitting all day and your body temperature is 98.6 regularly, but when you're on your period, it increases by 2 degrees. So you got heat, moisture. What is that the perfect breeding ground for? Bacteria. You're breeding bacteria in the seat of your pants. And I always throw that in there, and that sort of takes people aback, but that's what's happening. They're breeding bacteria in the seat of their pants when they're using this product. It's plastic. Okay. With the Reign Premium sanitary napkins, see if I can lift that up for y'all. But y'all know, hopefully, I'm gonna point this out to y'all. On the sides of the wings, there's 3D Leak Guard protection. I don't know if y'all knew that was there, but it's on each one of the pads, from the moderates, the nights, and the overnights, okay? So an easy way to open this up, which I seen Raheem do, is he just pulls off the 3D Leak Guard protection. Just pull that right down. That gives you access to the layers of the Reign Premium sanitary napkin. So I'm going to peel the top off. Same method. I'm going to hold down the rest of the pad with my left hand. I'm going to pull the rest of this off with my right hand. Top layer of the Reign Premium sanitary napkin. Y'all see that just blowing by itself? That's cotton. It's a soft cotton blend. And I've heard some people say it's 100% cotton, but it's not, y'all. It's a soft cotton blend. But you can see it's porous. It has holes in here for breathability. And if you pass this around to anyone, you can ask them if it's wet or dry. This is dry, completely dry, okay? And this is cotton. Sometimes I'll tear it and I'll allow them to see the fibers. See, that's what cotton looks like. The second layer in our Reign Premium sanitary napkin is our graphene strip. Graphene, again, is a Nobel Prize winning technology. If you have not explained to them what graphene is, you can utilize this time to tell them again. I'm gonna tell y'all, so y'all make sure y'all had the 3 things. These are 3 things that I use, 3 things that I find simple and easy to explain. If you Google the benefits of graphene, the medical benefits of graphene, the list will be long. I picked out 3 things that I understood that relates to things that ladies would want from their pads, right? So I tell them graphene kills 99.9% of bacteria. And I make sure that I mention that it's graphene that's doing this, because then the people will be, how a pad doing all of that? It's the graphene technology in this strip that is doing all of that. So graphene kills 99.9% of bacteria. Ladies state they have a reduction in odors when using our pads. Graphene helps with pain and inflammation. So ladies state they have a reduction in menstrual cramps when using our pads. Graphene helps balance pH and hormone levels. So ladies state they have better moods when using our pads. You could say better moods, more energy, but those are the three things, three benefits, and then I relate it to what ladies are stating about our pads that I say about this strip. There are more. The list is long, like I said, but those are the three that I choose to remember and that I say each and every time I do a demonstration. Then the next layer of our absorbency system is the air-laid paper. Y'all can see it there. It's the air-laid paper, which pulls the moisture to the bottom of the pad. You tell them that. It's wrapped in our absorbency system, which is a plant-based polymer. We're going to place this in the cup with the most amount of water, and we're going to see what it does. You're pressing the absorbency system down into the water. Then the last layer, let me see if I can get the, so there's a bottom of air-laid still stuck here that the absorbency is wrapped in. So if you wanted to pull this up and show them what air-laid is, this is air-laid. It also is porous. It helps pull the moisture to the bottom of the pad. The last layer is, y'all see those water channels in there? There's 4 strips running down the back of our pad. That's there for breathability. And then I'll tear it and I show them how easily it tears. The last layer is a biodegradable material. And that's all I tell them about it. It's a biodegradable material with those 4 water channels that's running down it. It's there for breathability so that the body can get air. So that was the dissection of all of the pads. After the pads have been dissected, I picked back up the 2 cups. You can see this is the store brand pad. It's been sitting there the longest. This is our Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin. And I go in for the extra effect. What happened? Did it absorb anything? Not at all. It absorbed nothing. And this is what we deal with on a monthly basis. And depending if you're in a room where they can actually see, if you let this sit here long enough, this will actually start to turn yellow. It will start to change colors and you can see the bleach that comes out during that whole entire process. So it does not end up being the original white color that it started off being. But you know, our Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins, it's been sitting there for less time. It had the most amount of water in it. And if we turn this cup upside down, we've actually turned a liquid into a solid. It is a gel-like feel. And if they are there, you can let them feel it. It's cool to the touch. And you can tell them that we put that in there so ladies can be cool, dry, and comfortable while on their periods. Put that back in the cup. The absorbency test or absorbency demo is completed. Sometimes if I want to get fancy, I'll even let them know that the Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin can even absorb everything that the store brand pad did not. And remember, it had the most amount of water in it when we started. So I can pour everything in there that the store brand was supposed to absorb and put it into our Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin. And now you can't get a drop out of it. You can't get a drop out of it. Now, if I do flip this over, it's going to be a little bit more gushier than it was the first time because it has more water in here. But the more you let it sit, you'll still be able to flip it over and it still turns that liquid into a solid. And just that, however many seconds, it absorbed whatever the store brand couldn't. So that is the absorbency test. And I am going to go back to look at the last slide. Hopefully y'all can see that. The wow factor is reserved for specific audiences. It is not for all audiences because not everybody will be able to understand the concept of science or what you're trying to show them with these demonstrations. But for the wow factor, you will need a 7-watt light bulb, and that's going to demonstrate vibrational energy. The tip I wanted to share is that you're going to want to place it on a wet graphene strip. That will allow for quicker results and for the light bulb to light up. And then we also have the iodine demonstration, which will show them about removing impurities from water. To do that, you're going to use 4 drops of iodine and about 50 milliliters of water in a cup. So write that down, and when you guys are practicing on your own, remember to refer to those tips, and so you'll know how to do it and not think, why is this not working? But remember those tips, okay? So this is the 7-watt light bulb. I believe we have this information in the group. We got them from Amazon. This is an intelligent emergency bulb, LED, 7 watts, okay? And I didn't get I think there's a specific brand of iodine that's listed in the group, but I just ordered this from Amazon. It's iodine. I haven't noticed that it doesn't work from a different brand to a different brand. It's just iodine, okay? So I'm going to do the iodine test first. Now, again, this is not for everybody, but to be explained simply, you take the cup of water, you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 drops of iodine in there. And as you can see, it starts to turn brown. You're going to swirl it around in there so the iodine is mixed in. And what you're trying to show people, you're telling them that you're showing them how graphene can remove impurities from water. You want to use a fresh graphene strip. So I'm just using a panty liner, and I'm going to take the graphene strip out of that. If you use the green pack, you get 30 of them in a pack. So those are 30 graphene strips that you can use if you're doing this part of the demo frequently. Just open up. You're going to take out the graphene. You're going to put it in the cup and you're going to swirl it around. And as you're swirling, you see the graphene has removed the impurities from that water and it's crystal clear again. Okay. I'm not a big science person. So again, I'm not telling them about emulsification, and I'm not using big words I don't know how to say, pronounce, or spell. Okay. So removing impurities from the water. They can, if you're trying to relate it back to them, how it can remove impurities from their bodies or help detox the womb, how it can pull out toxins, those simple terms, okay? But I'm not doing too much explanation, and I really use this on my social media page as, like I said, like a wow factor, just to show you how great graphene is. But you can use this same graphene strip, because you need a wet graphene strip, to do the light bulb. So you're going to take the light bulb and you're going to place it on a wet graphene strip. This demonstrates vibrational energy. I let people know that vibrational energy is found naturally in nature and in you. The reason this works is because the water activates the positive electrons that are in the graphene. The positive electrons are energy. You place the light bulb on it and the light bulb will light up. This is a 7-watt light bulb, okay? Don't go get you a 60-watt light bulb and think you're gonna light up the house or that this is gonna work the same. But this light bulb is able to pick up energy from natural energy sources, and that's what we are providing ladies, with vibrational energy, which helps put them in better moods and provide them with more energy. So that has been a complete demo. If you had the time to run through all three of those things, or if you only have time to run through the wet dry demo, the wet dry is usually all people need to see. Usually that's all they need to see, and they're sold. You want to ask them which size page they want to try. All right, so I'm at 9:48. So it's gonna be about 45 minutes, and I think we have the rest of the time for questions. If we are opening up the line for questions.
Now, could you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, so everybody keep their phone on mute for 1 minute. Not for 1 minute, but for a second. Shanae, I think you did an awesome job. Great presentation. I want y'all to know that this young lady, she has celebrity customers. She's the one, if you ever saw Tabitha, the lady Tabitha that does all the food and all that stuff, the beautiful lady Tabitha, she's the one who got in touch with Tabitha through her demonstration. She's in Buy Black. She's with them. So I just want you to know that she know what she's doing. Y'all can see this through this demonstration. I just want you to say Tabitha Brown, right? She is the one who connected us to her, right? So I want to say thank you for that great presentation. It was very detailed. I hope you all was picking up what she was putting down, because she was definitely putting some stuff down. So if y'all have any questions, what I want to do is, I don't want everybody to mute their phones at one time. I think it's a raised hand type of situation in here.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a raised hand type of situation? If it is, let's go and do that, and then let's see what that works.
Yeah, it's in the reactions, or it looks like the little smiley face man with a plus sign. If you click there, there'll be a raise hand option. And I did see in the chat where someone was mentioning about the light bulbs, to make sure you check them or charge them before you use them. And I learned from Raheem the other day that all you have to do is plug them into a working lamp socket, turn it on, and they'll charge. So I actually charged mine up today. Turn the light on and just left it on, let it charge for a few hours. And when you do charge it, you'll notice that the light will be brighter if it was starting to dim. So you charge it by just plugging it into a working lamp or light socket.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Well, you can unmute. If you have any question, unmute your line and answer the question. But if everybody don't speak at once, let's see how it'll work. We get a few questions. I'll put your question, or you can put your question in the chat.
Okay, I see Faith Edison had her hand raised. Was that a hand?
Okay, let me go. All right, Faith, you had your hand raised? Okay. I tried to just unmute you. Let me see. Ask to unmute. I think I tried to unmute you, Faith. I don't know if you can see that.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah.
You are.
Okay, no, I didn't mean to raise my hand. I meant that was supposed to be a clap. Just saying thank you so much. It was such a wonderful presentation, but I hit the wrong thing and my mom loved it.
Awesome.
All righty. Anybody else?
Shanette. Hey, Shanette, it's Charmaine Serrano. I'll tell you, girl, you put that thing down for us tonight. I know everybody on this line is just amazed at the presentation, and everybody is ready to go out and start those demos again, start doing those focus groups. You got the power. Shanette gave you the information. Thank you so much. You did a phenomenal job.
All right. Oh, and
I have
you
a
all
question.
just okay. Yes.
Hey, hey, Shanette, awesome job. Very detailed, loved it. You gave a lot of key points. And that was awesome. One of the things I wanted to ask you about the iodine, could you put it in the Forward Thinkers group? Because I keep getting the wrong one. So I don't know if I'm getting the right one. I thought I was, but I keep getting the wrong one. Could you put the iodine in the group, the picture of it or the name of it, which one you get?
Yeah, so I think there is one in there. I can't put the one that I get. It wasn't the original. I don't know how it could be the wrong iodine. I know mine said it's 10%, a 10% solution. So I don't know if a higher percentage is not working, but you do have to, the percentage of water to iodine is important. It does not seem to work if you don't have that right. So that's what I was saying. About 50 milliliters of liquid. I use my syringe, 50 milliliters of liquid and 4 drops. And that's how that thing gets clear. If you use more or less, that might be where you're having a discrepancy or why it's not working.
Okay.
And also, it does have to be a dry, it has to be a dry graphene strip. That's another thing people forget. They
Unused.
Yes, an unused graphene strip. It can't even be one that was wet and then dried. Unused.
Yep.
Yeah, before the next question, just want y'all to know, I appreciate each and every one of you all hopping in here. We will have another training Monday. So we're going to have these trainings every Monday. And then we might do more, but we will have them every Monday. I forget which training we're going to have next, but I'm telling you, all these trainings is going to take your business to the next level. We have some of the leaders coming here to train. So I will put that out there real soon. I am Radiant. You have your hands raised?
Yes, Letitia, it's Trish.
Oh, hey, Trish.
Shanette, thank you, thank you, thank you. I had no idea about the store brands with it turning yellow once we soak it, if we leave it soaking for a minute. Well, more than a minute, but I had no idea. Thank you for that enlightenment. Me and my daughter were both shocked. So
you're welcome.
Many applause, many applause.
So yeah, you are. You see how sometimes you think you know, like, oh, I do these demonstrations all the time. And it could be that one little thing that can take you to the next level. So yeah, that was great. Jamila, how do you do that? Is that how you say your name, Shakur?
Yep, that's
Shakur?
correct. Yeah,
Shakur?
first of all, yes, Jamila Shakir. Thank you
Shakir.
so very much. This was an amazing presentation. And I wanted to ask, what are your thoughts on doing this as Instagram Live and maybe having a couple of people present with me for the demo?
Absolutely. So I know I've done it, depending on how big your following is, will depend on like how many people you actually get on. But I found it to be great practice to get on Instagram Live and just do it. Just do your demo. And they'll be amazed. There'll be people in there chatting, or if you want to set something up where you actually get the team involved. So we jump on and
Okay.
yeah, we're in there, we're chatting, and we're making it interactive for you when you're doing your demo. But do it.
All right,
Yes,
thank you.
That's a great idea. And another thing that you can do with that, so you won't, you can, like a team member, you can actually bring a team member on with you to just say, like you're showing her the demonstration on how to do the demonstration. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
and that way everybody else will still be looking, but you will be just saying, hey, like you're the new team member, you just jumped on board, you just joined this mission, and I want to show you, you know, how to do the demonstration. And you go through this with her without leaving out some of, leave out some of the real secrets that we have, but you'll do that on live with your team member, which whether it's a him or her, you'll do that on live, and automatically other people are going to be looking and they're going to be like, oh my God, I want to purchase these pads. So yeah, that's a great, great idea.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
So
Hey.
wait a
The
minute.
Prince.
Hey, everybody, man.
Chris,
Awesome,
you learned
awesome.
something tonight? You thought you knew everything.
Man, I'm about to add some more to it. I'm about to have an hour-long presentation now.
Oh, Lord.
Oh man, great training tonight. I just wanted to make a point of a point. I didn't hear if this was mentioned or not, but when you're choosing your pad, make sure you're choosing the always overnight.
It was mentioned.
It was mentioned. Okay. And the reason is because some of those pads do have polymer in them.
Mhm.
So you don't want to get in a situation you choose the wrong pad and that pad absorbs water. So just wanted to make that mention to keep everybody out of trouble.
Yeah, she did. She told them exactly which one to get. Yeah, she picked it up, showed it to them and everything.
Good deal.
I know Rainier Yoni has had her hand up.
Oh, okay, Yoni.
Peace, everybody. So I just wanted to say, Shanette, you really encouraged me tonight. I was a little nervous about doing my presentations, but because of this tonight, I feel more comfortable. I would like to revisit this over and over again so that I can make sure that I'm confident when doing it. But I just wanted to tell you, I so appreciate this, and I'm sleeping tonight peacefully because last couple of nights, I had this demonstration piece on my mind, and my mentor, Lewis, he helps me all the time, but it's just like, it's something I'm missing. I don't know what it is, but tonight I feel very confident in moving forward in my presentation. So thank you and kudos to you. And I appreciate you guys for putting this together tonight.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. And what I want to tell everyone is tap into training. You never know who or what you hear that is gonna click. You know, you pick up different things from different people, and they may be saying the same thing that somebody else has said. So I'm not gonna be the only one on here that's showing y'all how to do the demo. As we go through the weeks, we're gonna have different training on different subjects, but then we're gonna revisit the demo again, and it may come from somebody else next time. It might come from the Prince of Pads. And you'll pick up something that he does in his demonstration that will help you in yours. So definitely, you have all of the tools available to you. You can revisit this one. There's stuff on YouTube, on Facebook pages. Watch different people do their demonstrations and see what you can pick up from them. I always tell or ask people, are you picking up what I'm putting down? Because sometimes everybody don't get everything from me, but I try to keep it simple. But if you're not, definitely tap into our other leaders or other leaderships and see what you can pick up from them.
Yes, absolutely. And you all, like she said, we will be having these meetings every Monday, and we will start doing them a little often. We didn't want to get overwhelming with you all, and we will. It's going to be like 4 trainings. It's going to be the demo. It's going to be the art of selling the pads, like actually out here selling the pads. It's going to be and I can almost know the first time we do this will be Tiara Moore, when she's going to educate you on the pad, because a lot of times I always say the more you know, the more you grow. I always say, you know, you have to know your product, and a lot of times sometimes you don't know where to find the information, but Tiara, it has a wealth of information on our pad, right? Like a lot of us do, but she's going to do a training on that. Ms. Charmaine's going to do a training on the compensation plan. So I'm going to do this is not going to be a training. I'm going to actually, where you can just bring prospects on, and I do the demonstration and bring them so they can buy the pass or join the business. So we have a lot going on, you all. If you're not in Forward Thinkers, get in Forward Thinkers, because we are about to take this thing to the next level. We're going to have one more question. If anybody have one more question, and so we can get out of here because we don't want to be no more longer than an hour. But I do want to say thank each and every one of you all for being here. It was 50 of us in here at one point. I'm saying, and it was well worth it, Miss Shanette Beasley, well worth it. So do anybody else have a question? And if not, we are going to get out of here. A question or a comment?
I see one in the chat. I can't get it to put it in there, but I'm on IG the most. That's where I make my money at. So if you want to follow me, my handle is @painfree period, all one word, pain-free period spelled out, and I'll put that in the chat.
Y'all just got to stay tuned in, stay plugged in, so you all can make sure you take notes, screenshot, do whatever you have to do, because that's what's going to happen, right? But we will have this training again. So with that being said, with that being said, everybody no one has their hand raised. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Miss Shanette. This was wonderful. And we will see you all next Monday. Stay tuned in Forward Thinkers, because we might do a pop-up and do something quicker than that, because y'all was in here. Y'all really appreciated this. And we want to just give you as much as you need when you need it so you can grow your business. Thank you all and good night.